LeBron James and the Cavs, who said they were off to a rough start, 5-7 to open the season, officially made it 8 straight, taking care of the Sixers rather easily. LeBron James, 30 points, 13 boards, 6 assists as they take down Philly, the city of brotherly love. I'm sure he practiced that. All kinds of different shots and ball movement, and even with all the injuries they've had, no IT yet. No Derrick Rose, obviously, who knows, maybe forever. The Cavs and the Heat get together on our players-only game on Tuesday on NBA TV, 7 p.m. Eastern, followed by Game Time, presented by Kia. You think about the Cavaliers and the run that they have been on, and a lot of different things. I mean, look, uptick a little bit on the defense, but for the most part, the ball movement and then the ball movement creating some open shots has been the biggest difference, Bones.
Yeah, well, you always start with the defensive woes of the Cleveland Cavaliers, and when they can become a little bit more consistent, not that they have to be in the top 10, but if they're in the middle of the pack around 15, I think they're hovering at 29 right now, so they moved up just a smidge. That's when they become so dangerous. Offensively, watch games a lot where LeBron James, when he's not on the floor, how much they struggle to score and get into some sets. But when they do have great player movement and they move the ball around, it really is fun to watch. Any sort of basketball is. And we had some of those examples, prime examples against Philly tonight. Great back screen, and that sets up the easy layup. Wade's able to find it there. Look how JR works off the screen from LeBron, and then you're taught stay between the basket and the ball. And on this particular play, Simmons is trying to chase around Kevin Love. Embiid doesn't come off to help. He should be sagging in the middle. Saric should be sagging back. LeBron's so good, and so many plays that Ty Lue runs off that right elbow to get LeBron James in great passing form. A couple extra passes. Love finds Smith in the corner for the 3-ball. Here, whenever you have a guy sagging in the middle, you're trying to just accordion the defense. You're trying to make everybody sag, and exactly what happens. 4 players for Philly committing. You leave the most dangerous shooter on their team wide open in Kyle Korver. So the ball movement tonight, pretty good in Philadelphia. 54 potential assists for the team, and you take a look at the run right now that they're on. Before it is that they're going to face the Miami Heat in that game.
Yeah, you look at the shooting and some open shots, but really it all began with the three-point shot, because you think back to really, I think, maybe the most important quarter during this entire run. It was Kyle Korver scoring 19 points in a quarter, tying a career high in that game against the Knicks. And that's where all the shooting has come from. And look, we're looking at 2 teams on players only who both know how to let it fly. The Cavs up at the top of the board last year in terms of taking them. Here they are with Miami. Both of these teams taking a lot, yet having different levels of success with the kind of three-pointers that they're shooting.
Yeah, that's true. But Cleveland gets so dangerous because, LeBron James every night is going to create a mismatch somewhere, and because of his intellect with the ball, he's going to end up finding guys who are dangerous shooters. We know Kevin Love's going to knock him down. We know off the bench Kyle Korver is going to come in and get the job done. We know that J.R. Smith always has potential to knock him down. The interesting thing with the Miami Heat, as much as they're searching out the three-point line, they're really struggling with the key guys knocking down some shots. Besides Wayne Ellington shooting his 44%, Waiters is shooting 32%. Josh Richardson, 5 attempts per game, 25%. You got Tyler Johnson shooting 4 attempts per game. He's at 32%. So Miami's had inconsistencies in their play, much of it to do with the fact that they're searching out for three-point shots. They're not quite knocking them down so far this year.
Well, here's the interesting question I have for you. Normally when you see a percentage like that, you think, okay, bad shots, right?
Not
or
happening.
Contested, but that's not the case here.
That's the
which
thing.
is weird, right?
It's not happening, whether it's Whiteside down in the post and creating opportunities because of a double team, or Dragic's in transition. I mean, there are a lot of plays just like this when you're watching the Heat where it's a late challenge or no challenge at all, and guys simply right now are not hot. Here's an extra possession where they move the ball back around. It ends up in Winslow's hands.
Yeah.
We know that he struggles to score the ball from the outside, but Eric Spoelstra still wants them to shoot. You've got to shoot yourself. If you shot yourself out of rhythm, shoot yourself back into rhythm. Another one, when Waiter steps back, Taj Gibson, no real closeout to him to chase him off the line. He misses that shot. Richardson spotted up here on the left wing, and those are the ones you're talking about, Casey. Created off of penetration, 6 or 7 feet between offensive player and the defender. And the Miami Heat right now just not making as many shots from the perimeter as they would like.
Now, you want them to just keep shooting at that point, right? If you're Spo, because they're open?
Well, the thing with the Heat is they have to. I try to think of the players besides Dragic. James Johnson on the perimeter that you really have to respect in terms of how much they're going to put pressure on you. You know, Whiteside in the post, you know, he can be a load on nights where teams are going to have to come at him. But the rest of those guys on that team are relying on what it is that's created by Dragic and Johnson. The only guy, Tyler Johnson's the only other guy who in attack mode is going to try to find points at the free throw line. The rest of it is guys spotted up, waiting for the ball and opportunities to score. Sometimes, besides Ellington, those other guys haven't been playing in much of a rhythm this year.